Alright, start pulling. Yeah, I know. You've seen this before. That's because in the previous episode it was about 2 AM and I forgot to finish it off because I was buggered. Here we are putting in the PVC pipe to hold all the electrical cables for all the masthead instruments. Alright, we fixed the very top one with a little bolt, and all the rest we're going to do with rivets. This is an interesting technique. Let's see how Dwayne and I do it. So we're drilling a hole just to the side of the PVC pipe, and we're using this hook. We're feeding this in, and then we're pulling the PVC pipe down, and then we're drilling through it. So we know the PVC pipe is sitting right on the mast. Then we put a rivet, and hopefully that'll hold it.
So this is about 4 feet. It's gonna go about right there. Alright, that's over it. Okay, that's on the pipe.
Alright, I suppose I better do something. Oh, I don't even have to do anything.
Why don't you just breathe for me? Maybe fan me just a little bit. I felt the pipe. Okay.
Occasionally I help.
Alright, now we'll pull this out and then put a rivet in there just to fill up the hole. And that has to turn like that. Now we got that out.
And sometimes I even do some work. Who would have thought? Alright. Winner chicken dinner.
Look at it, and if it's going to take forever.
There you go.
Yep. Yeah, it's a good strong mast. It's way stronger than what the boat needs, but we've got it. Had a little bit of corrosion here and there, so Margarida's volunteered to fix it up. Most of the corrosion's near all the stainless steel fittings, no surprises there. How good is she?
Well, I can feel it. I felt it. Did you feel it? Felt good.
Yeah.
Oh,
You baby.
oh.
This is what I have to put up with.
Is it good for you?
A bromance.
It's gonna be good for you? That's good for me.
Let me just check by wobbling it. Yeah. Good.
Yeah, they put it in.
With a bolt. Bloody great. Another long day. And now I've got to do 6 hours of videos. Now the actual proper way of doing this is you drill a hole on this side of the PVC pipe and on this side of the pipe, and then you feed a wire through one hole, around the pipe, through the other hole, and then you pull that tight and then drill it and then rivet it. But I found that if I tilted the mast in such a way and I looked through, I could see no rivets or no through mast fittings, and the pipe was sitting directly on the mast. So whenever we drilled it, the pipe was actually fully against the mast. So we didn't really need to pull it down with that much pressure. But I can understand that in most situations this pipe is going to go over and under in all sorts of contorted ways. So you really do need a hole on either side and to pull it down, because if you don't get the rivet and this meshed against the mast, it'll just break off. I know what you're thinking. Didn't Margarida get bitten by a dog? Well, this is footage before the dog bite. She volunteered to do the rudder. What we're doing is we're just cleaning off all the old resin and any little rust marks. So once they're all clean, we're going to inspect them for any cracks and see how good the welds are. But I can pretty well tell you from now, it's pretty good. There's nothing wrong with them. Look at her go. She just keeps on going. Nothing ever stops her. Well, except for a nasty dog. Oops, bad joke. And along came Tim. Basically, if it wasn't for Tim, nothing he'd get done. Well, and Dwayne, of course. Here's his latest example of artmanship. This is the davits that I designed and he built. He's currently fixing up the problems that I made at the feet.
I got it.
Got any words of wisdom, Tim?
Drill the right size holes the first time. Another Baji production.
I'm going to be standing here all day and listen to you talk.
Yeah, that's all I do.
Hold on tight.
I got it.
Any words of wisdom?
No.
Yeah.
I need cold weather.
Or if you see a curly-haired guy come up in a boat that's gonna sink,
it was winter.
run away! Run away! Don't offer to help because it'll never end.
Never end.
Can't Tony put a bit more effort into it? Jesus! I should shut up. I'll get that in my eye.
I quit.
Standing.
That looks bloody unreal.
Nice.
Timbo just tripled the value of the boat. Top stuff.
To $1.50 now.
$1.50, that's a bit harsh. We're getting chased in again. Well, at least we got most of the day. Now we're getting chased in by this. I've just done a resin job on the feet of the davits. Of course I have. Already feeling a bit of rain now. Okay. You got all the tools in? And now I'm going to shape the feet just under the davits. And this is where peel plays bloody unreal. Cut little pieces and then you simply massage the setting resin underneath and it won't stick to your fingers that much and you can get a really good job so the sanding is minimal. So just cut some little pieces and just go around and make it nice. Well, covered the feet up as best we could. Got everything in, all the tools in. We've had what, 3 full days of rain. Then we had some of the day today was pretty good. It did rain intermittently, so it delayed this job. So we check out the forecast. This is not good. Not good at all. Margarida told me she's done. She was cleaning up all the rust. And it basically wasn't that much rust. Just cleaning up mainly the resin that was on it. So whoever put it in last put some polyester resin, but it's all cracking off. Not surprising after 42 years, but there's hardly any corrosions. There's a little bit of corrosion here and there. Surprisingly, there's nothing around the welds. This is really clean. I'll polish it up with a little bit finer sandpaper and I'll get the stainless steel wire brush in there. But that's bloody great. Good on you, sweetheart. You did an excellent job.
Woohoo!
Always does a better job than I do.
No.
Always.
Teamwork.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You do it, and I watch.
No.
Teamwork. And here I'm painting on a mixture of epoxy resin and milled fibres. The milled fibres I add just enough, just so I can still paint it, and it gives it the epoxy a bit of structure. And this is a barrier coat, just in case the rudder does get some salt water in it. It'll protect it from corroding. Would have been much better if Margarida is here. Well, I need her little hands to get in and help, but she's at the hospital. I hope she's all good. That's it. Typical guy, thinking about my own needs before Margarida. Wish she'd hurry up and get back so she can make me lunch. I'm expecting it not to be as good because she can't use her right hand, but you know, I'm willing to take that into consideration. But I hope it's a good lunch nonetheless. I'm just kidding, people. Far out, I'm not that bad. Better be a good dinner though. I'm just about to put the stainless steel frame into the mould. So I've just got a mixture of polyester resin and Q-cells, about toothpaste consistency. So when the frame does go in, it'll fit the mould more snugly. I've got to get it right. It's about a 60-pound bulky frame and I've just got to get it in the right position. Here goes. Looking good. Well, that's got to be a first. If you'd like to see more comprehensive repairs and more stuff that happens at the boatyard, which is basically me behaving like a goose, join up and become a patron. The link's at the end of this episode. Good on ya. It's a mad dash. I got the rudder covered just in time. I was just letting it set before I fill it up with foam. I don't want to fill it up with moisture just yet. It'll be back right where I started. Tools are undercover. As you can see, look at that tarp leaking. That's my water collection and it collects underneath the tarp. I don't even know why I put it there. Sometimes this is every hour, people. My goodness. But it's covered up. It's only got a little bit wet. So I'll put that in the sun for a bit and it should be good. How's the little injured one?
It's better than it looks. It just hurts a lot. It's super swollen. But they did an x-ray. Nothing is broken. It just needs time because it's punctured. The dog punctured deep in one side and the rest it just did this with his teeth and took the bit of the flesh and the skin. But it's gonna be good. It just hurts. I'm gonna be useless for a while. We're not being able to help Peter because I'm right-handed and it was right on the right hand.
Oh no, if it wasn't for Margarida, 90% of this work wouldn't have been done. So it looks like we're at a standstill, folks. And look at all the action here. What you're seeing is 3 grown men trying to work out how to do a bimini frame, and none of them have ever done a bimini frame before. And to top it off, we're using other people's scrap bimini frames that are either too wide or too narrow for this boat. Look at the action go. Basically it involves I'm passing it to Dwayne, Dwayne passed it to Derek, and then Derek passes it back to me. Look at all that work. Top stuff. Yep, you turn that. Doing a good job, Dwayne.
Thank you.
Derek?
Am I doing it with the right speed?
Derek's doing my job, which is being a dead weight, just pushing on stuff. I'm good at that. Right. I'm good at moral support. That's about it. This is Derek. He's a newbie. He's come here. We're educating him.
Cheap education. It's the most I'm ever gonna get.
Davits are in. Oh! Dwayne's been working on the bimini. We got someone was going to chuck out their bimini, so that went straight into my part of the yard, and now we're adapting it. Doesn't quite fit, but we don't care.
It does fit.
It's free.
It fits.
And it's going on the boat.
No, it fits. No, it fits.
It does.
It does.
Fits good. We do have to move the mast, the davit system and the motor, and then it fits.
Exactly. Jeez,
perfect. Perfect fit. And to top it off, we're working in the rain.
And lightning.
Thanks to Dwayne for the Taj Mahal. Well, Taj Mahal number 2. Mine was Taj Mahal number 1. We're just trying to unbodgy all of the sleeves that go up and down, all the Allen key, what do you call them, setting screws are all, well, they're all frozen. So we're just re-drilling them and re-tapping them and putting in 1/4-inch locking screws. I want to work on the rudder, but I really want to do it when it's not so wet. Look at the davit. It's a bit bulky, but the way I figure it is, if I see a nice boat and anchored and some people aren't on the boat, I can sort of just back up and I can lift their 50-foot boat up in my davit system and then sail away.
Right.
So we're just going to do, I don't know what it's called, another hoop, and we don't know if it's going to be right. I know nothing about biminis, but we're just going to do it roughly to eye, have as long a pieces as possible, and when we get to a cheaper country we'll try and make it work. So getting there finally. Wish this rain had stopped. Puts a stop to many of my activities, especially the resin deck still hasn't been painted. That should have been painted. There's no way we're going to be painting it. Well, not in the next few days anyway. But can't complain. Bimini's going to get on. Good stuff. So as you can see, it's right on the limit. And it's sort of bending the lifelines a bit, but I don't care. I don't want to cut it and get it welded because, well, for the obvious reasons. We're not going to put any, what do you call it, sunbrella or anything like that for the obvious reasons. We'll just cover it with a tarp for a while. We'll look a bit funny, but we don't care, so long as it keeps the sun off us. Anyway, it's a bit of a wind today. Bloody good, top stuff. G'day people, we are here at a gathering put on by Bill, a Floridian. Hey, shut up! All right?
Yeah.
Sorry.
He's talking about Bill, the Floridian.
Sorry, we just have to, some of these Floridians are a bit rude. No, they're not. They're wonderful people. Anyway, we're here with Bill. Someone else talk. We're here with Bill, a Floridian. He put on this party for Margarida and I.
Well, for Margarida, you came along as part of the deal.
That's all right. I don't care. And we're taking a break. We've had 2.5 weeks of working on this boat, and it's been, well, I'm exhausted, literally. And we're very, very thankful to Bill to put this on. And he's invited all of the people that have been helping. We've got Dwayne here. Eddie, he hasn't done anything, but that's okay. he seems to be a nice guy. That's okay. Good on you, Eddie. He might come down later. That's okay. There's Timbo, the davit man. Done an excellent job. Bill has been driving us around and has been an excellent host. I don't know how to express these Floridians. You're just like Australians, but you just got a stuffed up accent. So we're very, very happy to have met all of you people. Do you have any words to say? I mean, have you looked at the blog at all? Has it put you to sleep? You got any comments or anything?
No, it's a great blog.
Really?
I enjoy your blog very much.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, what can I say?
All right, you must have looked at a couple of good ones. Yeah. Oh my goodness. I got 2 good ones in 140. It's good average, thank you people.
Oh, wait a minute, I missed those 2.
Okay. Anyone, any other comments at all? You can feel free to say. I'll just cut you off, cut you out. Nothing but quality here. Pat, you seen any blogs?
Yes.
Have you?
Yes.
Really? All right.
Yeah. I love the one of you with the hair bows.
Oh, really? Oh, all right. Well, wasn't one of my favourites.
Sure.
Anyway, look, thank you guys. Thank you, Bill.
You bet.
It's been wonderful. Thank you, Pat.
Absolutely.
Good on you, people. Good on you. Thank you very much.
Good on you.
Good on me.
Yeah.
Yes. Good on me. I've been working hard. I've been doing a bit of this, and I've been doing a bit of this, and I think I'm going to have a lie down.
Hi there. First of all, I'd like to say thank you to everyone that has been helping us.
So good on you people, top stuff. But to all the people that have come down to help.
Yeah. Big thank you. You're awesome. And you're more than welcome if you live in Florida to make us a visit. Even if it's not to work, to say hi. You can bring us some goods. That will be good. We need something.
Check out the hobo that I've created. Far out.
No, I'm just saying this because we are looking for some materials that we haven't got yet. If you have a friend that wants to get rid of a dinghy or a motor or someone that you know that has something,
When we say get rid of,
well,
to
we'd
sell?
like to sell.
we don't, yeah.
So we'll have a link below with the list on the description where all the list of things that we still need to buy or get for someone. So, but it's not all bad news. Well,
it is all bad
it's
news.
not.
We've just had the tropical storm warning, so we've had a very windy night and wet. It's carried through to the morning. We've actually had a stop at the moment. We're going to do some filming 2 hours ago, but the rain was so hard you couldn't hear anything in the cabin, so it's actually stopped for a half an hour, so that's good. We've had some pretty bad luck with the weather. It's pretty well put the boat on hold. There's some little things that have been done, and I mean, I've done lots of little things, and when you're tallying them all up, it amounts to nothing. When you look overall, we still got to get to the deck, and that's deteriorating as we speak because all the weather, all the rain is just peeling off the layer of the paint to the fairing.
Yeah.
Because we're only doing a patch job really. I know it's not the perfect thing, but that's all we can do. We still got the masts, all the electrics. We still got to do the rigging. The rigging's come in. That's a bit of good news.
That's the good news.
The trouble is, what's happening with your thumb, Margarida?
Well, it's getting better. I can already bend the first part of the finger,
The first knuckle.
the first knuckle, but I cannot put pressure over here. That's where it went deeper. So it's still a bit sore, the bone, but I already can do some movements, but I cannot do pressure. If I put pressure, it starts hurting, so I don't even want to abuse. Otherwise, it takes longer to recover.
Oh, I'll abuse, don't you worry. She's going to do all the splicing. Well, she can't do all the splicing because anyone that's done any splicing, you need a good grip. You need to push the fits through, grab the rope, twist and pull. So she can't do that. That was going to save me a few days. Also, all the painting of the deck, that was Margarida's job. Also doing the masts, painting the masts. So all of this has been thrown on my plate. So that's been thrown way back in the timetable. And of course, we can't do anything because it's raining anyway. So we're hoping this is going to end soon. Please.
Good weather. We need good weather.
I don't care about the Florida afternoon storms. I can deal with that. It's just that the storms that happen from 6 a.m. and occur every half an hour to an hour, I just cannot work around.
Two small windows to be able to work. It was yesterday or 2 days ago. Peter sanded the deck, was all clean, vacuum.
And it was perfect. It was all ready to go.
After he packed the vacuum cleaner.
Yeah. Boom! And I could see it happening, but it looked like the cells were gonna. There was 2 cells, and it looks like they were gonna go past us. I thought, yeah, this is all right. I got the tarp ready, and just in case there's a few bits of rain, I thought, I can deal with that. No. But no, they were going this way, and then they joined, and then overhead. So there you go. Good one.